Two unemployed actors. Two unemployed actors. They're just between projects.
Welcome back to Two Unemployed Actors. I'm Max.
I'm Sam.
And we've got some updates for you, movie review or two, just bits and pieces of what's been happening in the world of up-and-coming actors.
Mm-hmm. Sorry that it's been quite MIA, but...
It has, but, you know, things happen, life happens. It's been busy. What can I say? I have full intention of getting this out every Thursday.
Yep.
All around the world, on all the apps.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't always work out that way, but with life getting in the way. But anyway... it's been busy. What can I say? First of all, I owe you an apology.
Thank you.
You don't even know what it's for.
No.
Because mid-January, you said to me, Max, my agent just sent me a message saying we need to have US visa for pilot season, and that you to be submitted to be considered for an audition.
Most of the casting agencies.
Because for those that don't know, US cast globally now. They even factor into their timelines to do paperwork from overseas. There's nominated direct casting agencies in Sydney for each of the networks, CBS, NBC, blah, blah, who then source talent to do castings, and it's probably a self-tape after that in their office to send to be considered, and then probably you go over there if you're on the shortlist. Having said that, this year, Sam, your agent, did say, you need to have US visa in order to be considered.
Yes, many casting agents are not actually auditioning any Aussies who actually don't have a
correct.
01
so you got to
visa or whatever.
You got to have US accent. Obviously, you've got to be ready to go, paperwork-wise, passport-wise. If they say yes, off you go. Maybe they had bad experiences last year in that people were shortlisted and then can't get a visa for whatever reason, your background or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe it's a shorter timeline.
He was saying something about Trump and making
like
the new sort of
I
laws
think
and stuff.
Because there's some confusion, and even within American government agencies, there's confusion. Essentially, what's happened is they haven't changed any laws.
Yeah.
They've just really tightened up how they're enforcing them.
Yes.
So where there was some lax sort of consideration in the past, a bit of you'll be okay, mate. Now
tightening up the visas.
It's really tightening up on how they enforce it. So you've really got to have your I's dotted and T's crossed. It doesn't make it impossible. Yeah. It's still there. We're still considered.
Yeah.
We've got a great relationship with the States in our visa offset program and everything.
Well, I remember I appreciate you asked your agent and you got back to me about
I did. And my agent gave a response going, first I've heard of it. And I remember replying going, oh, bloody acting grapevine. And then a week or so ago, this message just popped up on Facebook group for the agent. For my agent, so the Facebook group, just saying...
Your agent Facebook group, yeah.
Saying, by the way, now you need to have your US visa in order to be approved. First of all...
So to be considered for pilots,
okay, it's been a while since mid-January, it's now like mid-Feb, and that's 4 weeks I could have been saying, okay, I've applied for my O1, and here's my application number, and all this sort of stuff,
Yeah.
But no.
And you gave your loyal friend here some wrong information.
I know, and that was... that's a month goes by, and then it's just, hey... a bit of a little Facebook update.
Yeah, no, that's not nice.
What? People like us have spent time preparing to have a show reel ready for US and all our I's dotted and T's crossed ready for pilot season.
They're tightening up those views.
And I made a few comments on it we've got part of the offset program, blah, blah, blah. And then other people who aren't the agent, like other actors just starting to go, no, actually, you do this, actually do that. And I'm the last thing I want to do is have a bunch of actors chatting about what is right and what is wrong in terms of, I'm like, really the agent should step in and go, here for clarification is the deal.
Yeah, I know.
That didn't happen. So I actually wrote to them and said, look, just emailing, hey, bit of confusion from the Facebook post. Does that mean I need more than the current visa? I need an O1 or what's the minimum to be considered?
Yeah.
What if you have an
Also,
application?
is it 01 or 01?
Oh, 0101.
I don't even know. I don't even know what it is. Anyway, continue.
So I'm a bit confused. Oh, well, each
have they emailed? They have an email.
They replied and they said each submission has your relevant visa info. It's up to them to get you in for an audition.
Your agent.
The casting director.
The casting director.
So quote unquote, each submission has your relevant visa info. Up to them to get you in for an audition or not.
No. It's not,
so I'm
your agent.
I don't know. So no, what they're saying is when they submit you to whatever casting agency for
it's
a pilot,
then up to the casting agent if they want you or not.
They'll supply your relevant visa info and it's up to them. But that doesn't help me because does that mean I don't need to do an O1?
No.
Or does it mean I can
bouncing
where
off
is my clarification?
Yes. So I actually organised a meeting with Mark because I hadn't spoken to him face to face or a small phone conversation about a year ago. But
Right.
for 2 years, I hadn't actually spoken to him face to face.
Okay.
So I organised a meeting with him over FaceTime, and we spoke about an hour meeting and clarified all that stuff. So now because all the visas are being tightened up in America, and even when you get a visa there, you can actually like use your 01 visa or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And while you have that, apply for a green card, and you can actually do it
Yep.
like that. So that's pretty good. But he was saying how most casting agents here now, as opposed to 2 years ago, where it was like
Yeah.
20% of them were like only want people submitted if they have a visa. Now there's
That's
like
right.
60 to 70% of the casting
Yeah.
agents are now saying,
Yeah.
oh, you have to have
Yeah.
a visa. So I looked it up, and to apply, you need to have a kind of like good credentials
Yeah.
in the industry, and I guess
References,
compile all these like
body of work,
yeah
media, all that stuff.
exactly. I'm starting to now compile not hard copy. You don't really need maybe even hard copies of
Because you have to go into
awards
the
and-
consulate for an interview
yeah,
or the
yeah.
embassy. Where are we?
You have to
Sydney,
talk to an
consulate.
immigration lawyer. So
Yeah.
I spoke to Mark, and he said, "Listen, that's up to you and an immigration lawyer to talk
Yeah.
about. Then get back to me."
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to start applying
Yeah.
and see if I can do it. But there are some casting agents. You know. He was talking about how if you're under 18,
Mhm.
it's easier for you to just audition
Yep.
for American TV or whatever and film because you're a child still,
You're a
so they
minor.
can get you there.
They can
Once you
sponsor
hit 18 and over,
Yeah.
it's harder, and you
Yep.
need that visa. And so I was talking about how I know a couple people who
Yep.
have gone now to LA because they got a
Yep.
pilot job, but they're younger
Because I mean,
than me.
with our visa waiver program, you can work and travel up to 90 days in
Yeah.
the States, and you're not employed
Yeah.
by any means and earning any money. Certainly not when you're auditioning. So I mean,
Yeah.
you can be over there and audition, as long as because there will come a time when they go shortlist and hopefully shortlist and what's your paperwork look like?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I'm about to apply, so then
Well,
it
exactly.
takes
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
and then
yeah.
it's more, you can pay to fast track it.
Yeah.
But
But yeah,
you're
most
right.
of
You've
them
got to
want
have
that.
your I's dotted and T's crossed, because if you start thinking about it then, way too late.
Yeah, well, exactly. Most of them want that
Mm.
O1 visa now.
Look,
and
the
that's
easier you make
just-
it for people to hire you,
Yeah.
the better it is, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, I've just replied to my agent, just gone, you know what? Thank you for clarifying.
Mhm.
Not really, but yep. Thank you for clarifying. I'm just going to apply for an O1, go through that process now.
Yeah.
And so I know there's some businesses in America that help Australians get the right paperwork, evaluate it based on what they've seen pass and not pass.
Like
and
performance-wise.
give
or-
it, yeah, performance. And there's one in particular that's run by performers who had been
Yeah.
through that process themselves, based in New York. But obviously, the first
Mm.
meetings over FaceTime, and then
What's the company called?
Visa Pack, as in PAQ.
Cool.
Recommendation from a friend of a friend of a friend, but it looks okay,
yeah, okay.
and not as expensive. So
Alright,
I'll have a look,
cool.
because there was another one through the union, an info session set up with an American lawyer who specialises in immigration for businesses
Mhm.
and talent for various, whether you're athletic talent or
Yeah.
whether you're going over to train there or something, or whether you're a student or whether you're acting,
Mhm.
singing, whatever.
Yeah,
They've got
cool.
people that specialize in that. So it was a great sort of overview. And even then they're like, yeah, look, it's not that everyone's rewriting the rules and no one knows what's going on. It's just that they're tightening up on enforcing existing
yeah, no.
rules under the current sort
Yeah.
of environment
Yeah.
of
Well,
Trump.
I set up this meeting. Like, I sent him a fat email beforehand.
Yeah.
Just so it wasn't like I was ambushing him
Yeah.
with
Here's
all
what I want to talk
questions and here's
about.
all my
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
I made an Excel spreadsheet.
Mm-hmm.
And I got all
No
this.
circular
I got all
references.
this help from my new boss, by the way. He's
That's
helping
good.
me do all this business stuff,
Yeah.
which is very cool.
Yeah.
But I sent him a spreadsheet
Mhm.
with my auditions over the past 2 years and his auditions that he's gotten me over
Yep.
the past 2 years, because I've been with him for 2 years.
Okay.
My fail rate of the auditions that I've gotten myself,
Yeah.
my fail rate was around 20%,
Right.
23%.
I love the way you've calculated that. That's like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So like, I don't even want to think about that stuff.
I had like so everything I
Yeah.
had auditioned for, I pretty much got, except for 5 different things.
Great.
His side, combine them two, combine my auditions and his auditions together. I had a 60%
Right.
fail rate.
Okay.
I haven't
You've got to come with something more motivational, uplifting than fail rate. Call it.
I didn't say. What? Yeah, call it. No, like,
You're too harsh and corporate again. That's me saying that.
know why? Because Greg, my new boss, has
Yeah.
been helping with this.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
says
yeah.
that But no, he.
Damn it, Greg.
Yeah, damn Greg. No. But I was showing Mark how I actually haven't gotten any roles through him for the
Right.
past 2 years.
Right.
And I actually asked him, and he said he's putting me forward for stuff 2 to 3 times a week.
Yeah, sure. It happens.
I'm in this
Yep.
age range now, which kind of works, but kind of doesn't. Like, I can
Yeah.
play a younger one,
Yep.
but I need this visa as
Yep.
well.
Yep.
Yeah, stuff like that. But they're not looking for this mainstream. Like, he's
Yeah.
saying he's getting emails from all his mainstream clients, like, why aren't I getting as much work as I am 2 years ago, and all this stuff. So I was talking to him about that, and he sent me 19 different scripts for self-tapes. And he says, more stuff I have of you, the better. I will send them all out to
Sure.
casting agents. Yeah.
And,
So-
and the more fresh stuff
Yeah.
and consistently in front of agents, the better.
Yeah, and
casting
he
agents.
said bold and risky choices is what's getting
Yeah.
everyone now. Like,
Okay.
make those bold and risky choices as a character in your self-tape. Keep
Yeah.
a blank background, that's all good.
Yeah.
But self-tape wise, acting wise, bold and risky,
Yeah.
and be different, quirky.
And even if you
like, I still think of you as the like
right,
good
boy next door.
good boys
yeah.
don't win, or what is it?
I have no idea what you're
Nice
talking about.
nice guys never.
I
win.
don't know what's
Nice
going
guys never win. That's what he's pretty much saying. He's
Okay.
saying, like, I still picture you as the nice guy in acting. Show me the asshole.
Well, I reckon grab a script, live with it for a period of time,
Yeah.
even get coached in the scene, and then deliver that and
Yeah.
just
So
just go for and just
Yeah,
go
I've
for
been
it.
swearing, so-
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
for it.
And he said, send me one a week, get it done. And he said, I've sent an 8-page script back to one of my clients because he stumbled over one word. They're looking for
Right.
clean,
Yeah,
immaculate acting.
ready to
right
go.
now. Yeah.
Like I can see you
yeah.
walking onto set tomorrow
Yeah.
and not missing a beat.
Yeah, I just it's hard because I've called some casting agents as well. I sent them emails and then called them. And Barrett and McGregor casting,
yeah?
casting and McGregor casting, the big ones. I rang them and they both said send me through self tapes.
Yeah.
So I've sent them through a couple and I said there's plenty more to come. So I'll record
Sure.
all these ones that Mark sent me and send it through to them as well as Mark. It's just so like you gotta have a relationship with the casting agency. He's
Yep.
saying I'm the middleman. Obviously,
Yep.
like I want to know how you act and all this stuff, but more importantly, the casting agent
Yeah.
needs to know, and they'll
And
know when
there's
it's
different-
through Mark
there's-
anyway.
yeah,
But
yeah, and there's different ways to
Yeah.
do that as well. Like, yes, for self tapes, absolutely. It doesn't have to be complicated,
no,
and a simple scene doesn't have to have all the super color grading and text
No, it
introductions and that
just-
sort of stuff. Just show them a good scene.
your acting needs to be good.
Yeah.
Like forget about whatever's in the back, costume, whatever.
Yeah, and for example, with this play that's coming up for me in May, I'll, as it gets closer to the date, I'll send them a little postcard, which has got me, in the character and details of the play and inviting them to come and see it, and just little things like that. Even is a good
Your
way.
agent or casting agents.
Me for casting agents. I mean,
Casting
I'll send my
agents.
agent one, but I think casting agent in particular because it's just another simple way
Yeah.
to stay in front of them
I actually
without
gotta
taking
start
up too
doing
much
that,
of their
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
A simple little thing, but it means a lot because
Yeah.
there's not many people who are doing it.
No.
I went to one audition recently and it was kind of a bit relaxed and like, oh, by the way, have you got something for us to remember you by? And of the 4 people standing there, I was the only one.
What did you
Because they're like, oh, well, I can email you something.
yeah.
And then there's I've got a profile on blah, blah, on Star now, something you can have a look at that and print that off or something. I'm like, well, here's my CV.
Yeah. Bring a hard copy.
Because you always have a couple of copies of that and a couple of headshots,
Yeah.
Because there's going to be a time when someone knows someone who knows someone and
Yeah.
know.
Exactly.
But there's lots of different ways to keep current and tell them what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah.
stalking them by any
No,
means. And make sure it's
it's
relevant.
just-
But yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can't even. It just needs to. It's like
Lots to do.
I've chosen this career.
Yeah.
I need to sleep in it.
So I'll let you know how I go with my visa application as I start that process.
Yes.
Now.
I'm going to start it too,
through,
actually.
Visa pack. What did I say? Visa pack? I saw Parasite last week.
I need to still watch it. It's up on Netflix now.
Oh my God.
Not Netflix, Apple TV. Yeah.
It's worth the hype.
Yeah, I've heard it's
Absolutely.
like a perfectly made film.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant the way it draws you in, the way you
Yeah.
get to know each of the characters, how real
That's
and
awesome.
relatable they are,
Oh no way.
and how it's this amazing. It's like there's so many themes.
Yeah, because I was reading a thing that's not your traditional 3-act kind of
No,
film. It's just
no.
kind of done a cool.
And it doesn't feel as long as it is. Someone told me yesterday, oh, I've got it on my watch list, but it's 3.5 hours. It's such a commitment. I'm like, it did not feel like it was 3.5 hours.
Really?
I was shocked. I'm like, what? 3.5 hours? Like 2 hours.
Jeez.
But it just really gets you in. And
it
and
won
the-
4 awards.
it's amazing.
at the Oscars.
It's amazing. And I think It's still on in the cinema in Sydney, in Australia. Hopefully elsewhere you can catch it in the cinema wherever you are, because, you know, it's one that you really want to lock in on and not be interrupted and be totally absorbed by it. Because it's really remarkable, quite remarkable. I think it's fantastic, and I can't wait to see more from the director. It's just, I'm gushing like an idiot, but I don't want to give too much away for people who haven't seen it. Just make sure you see it. Just see it. And busy recently with, voiceovers are picked up. Lots of voiceover stuff, which is great because that pays the bills. But also the short film that I actually auditioned for with these recent graduates last year, I think it was September or something. I finally got to do that because I worked on another project with them called The Interrogation, which will be up in a week or so. They're just finishing color grading. Cut I saw before that actually, which had a bit of the music as well. Oh, it's really cool, really cool. Yeah. I'm excited. I can't wait to share it. They're going to do it on festival runs, so it'll probably be bits of social first, but as soon as I'm allowed to share it, I will. It's called The Taking. I play Victor, who is the lead character. He's a bit, he's imbalanced. He's seeing things, he hears things. He's really off the charts. You'd sort of, and you'd cross the street rather than walk past him if you saw him. And the last thing on his mind is looking after himself. So cue dishevelled, psychotic Maxie, or is he actually lucid and sane, just terrified about what might happen?
Aren't we all?
So yeah, it's just another Monday. But no, I'm like, so really fun character to play with. You know, having had all the dads recently.
Yeah.
I mean, well, like the audition I had today for some Amazon thing, like everyday dad. With a nice smile.
Voiceover one?
No. Actual.
Through your agent?
Yes, with Chicken and Chips casting here in Clovelly.
Oh, yeah.
5 minutes down the road. Great stuff, because it only goes 5 minutes. You know what they're like. Walk in as the everyday dad. So it's, clean shaven, blue polo, complete opposite of dishevelled Victor of yesterday. And the character, like, to get in that headspace, like, I really worked during the setups to get to be ready.
Yeah.
And it was so, like, the intensity in the eyes and everything. Like, I swear, I thought I was going to give myself a nosebleed halfway through one of the scenes.
Oh my god!
But I the second day I took the Vespa, so I'm riding home and I'm like, I'm getting a headache.
Yeah.
Too much Victor.
Oh my goodness.
That's all right. A red wine and another script is a nice way to ease out of that character.
Well, did I tell you? So I did that bartender audition for that short film.
Yes.
Freddie.
Fred, don't jump.
You're crazy, man. Did I tell you I got it?
Oh, you got it?
I got it.
Oh, that's right, because that's right, because this is the
Yeah.
one that invited you and you, like, immediately just said, let's get this done.
Yeah.
And sent it back,
Yes.
and he's like, awesome.
Yes. So
But I'll have to watch the others first before I give it to you. And then he gave it to you.
Yeah, exactly. So
Well
I got
played.
it, one line, one day, at an actual bar. He has a friend who has a bar, so that will be sick.
Great production value.
Yeah, and it's...
Making real drinks and drinking real drinks.
Yeah, I actually feel like I want to do that, actually. And it's okay. Like, it's $25 an hour, so whatever. I don't know how long it'll... But it said on the contract, like, $25 an hour, including production meetings. And I was like, so this read-through, we were there for an hour. And I was just like, this one's not... I was just wondering, this one doesn't count. He's like, oh, yeah, it does. I'm just feeling generous. And I'm like, oh, cool. That's good. Yeah. Yeah.
How generous of you. How charitable to look after an actor by giving them
money. Yes.
Minimum wage.
But he was saying that it's going to be... So these are 5 different films. It's like an anthology series. It's called I'm Not Gay. I'm in one called Boys in Love. Or it's kind of...
Is it like a web series sort of thing?
No. It's about all relationships. It's about kind of how getting through relationships, but seen through the lens, like a gay lens. So it's all gay relationships, but it applies to everyone. It's kind of that vibe. But he's going to mix it with documentaries in between, like documentary stuff in between, and sell pitch it to Netflix.
Okay.
So he wants it on Netflix. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to do that in March. I spoke to the guys for Not Today.
Yes.
Short film. Should they have they think it should be 100% done by early to mid-March.
Okay.
I freaking hope so. I can't wait to send that to my agent. Cause
I know, I'm the same with the interrogation.
I've told him, I'm like, I'm different. Like, look at this. I can't wait to send this to you. The footage is great, and I got to get these self-tapes done.
I'm already using stills from a rough cut in my social now. Like, just looks, it's really cool. I'm really happy.
I can't do anything. I can't send anything. Like, they're like, don't do it.
Yeah, I know. I've got to be careful. I said to the guys the other day, I'm like, look, I'll take your lead. If you're sharing it, I'll share it. But
Jess actually had to take some stuff down because I asked her to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because this wants to go to big festivals.
Yeah, same.
Like, keep it under wraps.
I'm just like some stills are okay,
Yeah.
and some photos, character photos of the day.
Sure.
But as it gets closer, I've got to make sure I
Yeah. Okay.
dot every I and cross every T.
Uh,
But that's okay.
Yeah. Nice. And
It's
also
good.
recently, Jess and I started a new Instagram account and YouTube channel. It's called Sam and Jess, and it's
That's good.
music covers, and we've got some good followers. It's
Okay.
hopefully lifting up. We're going to post another cover soon. We've posted one,
Right.
and I spent like this week, part of this week, like 3 days of this week, designing and creating an intro and trailer on Cinema 4D,
Uh-huh.
adding music to
Uh-huh.
it, and it looks fresh.
That's great if you've got the time and the talent. I have neither. I actually paid. I was on a
time
freelancer,
or talent.
freelancer.com. Yeah, no time or talent for that. So I
Yeah.
could do it, but it'd just take me forever and it probably wouldn't look as good. So I think I had $40 on Freelancer, and people submit their bids, and you leave commentary on what you really want, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
yeah,
So
sure.
it's $40 to have this new for two unemployed.
Yeah, that's perfect. It's not
So,
expensive.
because
The curtain.
I adjusted it a bit, the curtains, everything,
Yeah,
but I'm
classic.
like, where's my time best spent? I'm like, I just
You know, season 3,
That
you know what we
good.
should do?
what?
We should have, so we have the curtain now, which is quite theatre-esque, which is cool. Season 3, as in 2021, we should have,
Yes,
we should
I'm
have
with
like
you.
almost like a camera, and it's like has the reels going, and then it spins, and you look through the lens, and then that's the 200.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool and pretty complicated. I don't know if I can do that. But
kinda wanna do
I'll
it.
Work it out.
I'm going to start now. Like,
It might take that long.
yeah. But anyway, yeah, so we started this account, and hopefully it's going to build and build.
good on
It's
you.
Sam_Jess_music for Instagram, and it's
Right.
called Sam and Jess, so you guys
I'll
can
put a
find
link in our
sure.
Facebook page.
Sure.
But that
Enjoy
sounds
it.
good.
But
It sounds
yeah.
like fun, and you guys get to sing together. I've got an embarrassing story.
it. Go on.
Okay. It wouldn't be me without an embarrassing story.
I know.
So
Wouldn't be two unemployed actors.
I-
An embarrassing story.
had a great rehearsal for the production this week on Sunday. And
the Victor one.
The Victor one. Yeah, great rehearsal. And I love doing that. And you can make all these bold choices and get some great feedback. So you can walk on set confidently knowing how you're going to approach a character and different scene setups and stuff. And there's some stuff we changed on set, but it was just great to build on such a solid footing. So we loved that. Great stuff. I'll send the call sheet out later on, because originally it was like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday hold. So, and I had that. Then it's like, it's only going to be 2 days. So I left Monday, Tuesday. I just took Wednesday off. Whoops. Because the call sheet went out Sunday night, which is great.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, okay, Monday, Tuesday, because it's only
Wednesday.
2 days. And the call sheet comes out. And you always get the call sheet the night before. We're the last to be in terms of consideration, right?
Yeah, actors.
Actors. So you get the call sheet last minute. They've planned everything else. There you go. Turn up tomorrow at such and such time. Done. So there I am, down to Menai, which for those who don't know Sydney is 45 minutes away, and knock on the door. Well, it's Monday. Yeah, it's Monday. No, it's Tuesday. What do you mean it's Tuesday? It's Monday. No, it's Tuesday, Wednesday for the production. I'm like, oh, not Monday. It was the most awkward and longest, weirdest
So you read
conversation.
the call sheet.
That was it. Yeah. I only had it in the subject line, the email, and the attachment.
How did you miss?
Because in my head, I'm
Did it-
like,
did it
it's
not
3
say-
days. It's 3 days. And then they said at some stage, it's only going to be 2 days. Great. So I just dropped Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, straight
Yeah.
into it.
Did it
Call
not
sheets
say
coming out-
Tuesday, Wednesday?
No,
It just said the dates
it's-
or something.
It said Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh,
But the call sheet
my
comes out the
God.
night before. I'm like, yeah, all done. It's my diary. No worries. Rock and roll.
God.
And so, yeah, that happened.
So you
I'm
knocked
like,
on whose
thank-
door? Like the
I'm
director's
at the
or something?
location, and fortunately, it was the writer's father's house, and he was there. So thank God, because
You would've been
if it was
so
a
confused, you'd have
location
been
that was
chilling
booked,
out there.
and and oh my God, and thank God I've worked with them before. They know I'm not,
An idiot.
oh my God, we need to recast.
Oh my God, that's
How
hilarious.
good is that, right?
That's very similar to my.
An awkward conversation. It's Monday. Yeah, it's Monday. He's like, no, it's Tuesday. I'm like, what do you mean it's Tuesday? It's Monday. He's like, he meant it's Tuesday.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'm like, no, it's Monday. I'm like, look, what? I'm like, you joking? I'm really pushing myself past to get in the house. Anyway,
God damn it, that's funny.
that's okay.
That's very similar to my story with when I was doing a film buy with Ramon at Afters. This is a
Yep.
film that's still is yet to come out. We did 2 days at Afters
Yep.
of like 50s dancing
Oh,
style.
I remember that one, the music one. Yeah.
Next day they asked for me the next day or 2 days later they asked for me again just for another different sort of area,
Yep.
different sort of area within the film shoot.
Okay.
And I got the call sheet. I was like, cool, great. Park the car, waltz on up the street to Afters, head on in. And I'm like, I say to the reception, I'm like, I'm here for a film by shoot. And he's like, there's no shooting today. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Awkward.
And I was like, aren't they? They're not in there. He's like,
They're not in there.
No,
There's no one in there.
No shooting today.
Just
and
by
I'm like,
saying it and wishing it doesn't mean they're in there.
and I'm like, oh, shoot.
Shivers.
Shoot. Get it? Like a shoot. And I check my phone. I check the call sheet. It's like, oh my God, it's in freaking like Ashfield or something.
Oh, that's like, what, another 25 minutes?
Yeah. It was 20 minutes and I was 10 minutes early.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
It was okay. So I sprinted to the car
That would've been
and I
funny
like
to watch.
texted Ramon. I'm like, in traffic. And then
In stupid.
yeah, exactly. And I raced over and got there. Luckily they were running behind and they were still setting up,
I
which
know.
sets always
90%
do.
of the time, that's right.
Sets always do. So I
Yeah,
shouldn't be worried
yeah.
anymore. Like
no, I
even-
know. But it's still good to do. Like I remember
Yeah.
I had on Home and Away.
And then I told them
On
the story
location.
of what actually happened.
Oh,
I said I
well,
went to
it's-
Optus.
Yeah, once you're then you're proving yourself.
Yeah.
But Home and Away, and I've turned up and in a mad,
Extra stuff, yeah.
mad panic. No, this was when I had my all clear featured extra line. It ended up being a
Oh
credit.
yeah, what was
I
that
very
for? Again?
excited.
What was the scene like?
All clear with Pierre Miranda.
What was,
And,
what was the
uh,
scene again? What
And I
was-
so excited. I
Yeah.
was so excited. I was looking at her instead of favouring the camera. So it's like you get the back of my head as I walk across camera going, all clear.
What was the scene? What was it?
I was a
again?
police officer.
Oh yeah.
So I've turned up, and I always turn up 15, 20 minutes early
Yeah.
because, okay, I found it, but can I get a park and, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, the park.
And they're in a mad scramble. Oh, my God. The call time is accidentally the time you're required on set. So, and a police uniform is complicated. There's layers,
Yeah.
there's equipment,
That's
and
weird.
I'm still doing out the belt. I got there at like 5 to 8, literally on set. So I was supposed to be there at 8 as a call time. Relax, have a coffee, have a chat, hair and makeup, costume.
Get on set by
You know what I
8:30.
mean? Yeah. No. They're ready. And they're in a mad panic. First day he's like racing. And so there's Maxi front and center because he was the one. And the poor guy who turned up
Oh,
5
clean.
minutes late
Yeah.
ended
no.
up being raced onto set at 20 past and
Oh,
was
no.
sort of limbs and things in the background. We did another couple of days actually. I think there were 3 of us, and over 2 days we all ended up being upgraded to a line.
Very cool.
That never happens.
So that means it never happens. And you get paid more.
You get paid more. You get an IMDb credit. It's real. It
Do
happened.
wait, hold on. You're on the Home and Away.
I am. If you look at IMDb, I got a credit for Home and Away. All clear. It's a great scene.
Policeman number 1 or whatever.
Great scene. I can close car doors of police cars. I can close front doors of
Very cool.
apartments.
Very cool.
And I can say all clear. It's amazing. It's amazing.
But it's like usually they're running behind, right?
I know.
It's
but
almost
you
as
can't
bad.
bank on it because like
No, but it's almost as bad as when I slept in till the call time, and I was meant to be.
no.
Yeah, I think I told you for this Crimson commercial.
Oh, no.
I slept in, like the alarm went off and I was like, shut up, and like turned it off. Woke up to a call from the producer like, hey, where are you? Just wondering.
Wait, we're waiting. We're all set to go.
I'm like, oh yes, I'm almost there. Like
How long did it
20,
take you to
20
get
minutes
there?
away, and I jump in the shower. I get out of the shower. I get in the car.
Did
and
it take
drive
you
there.
20 minutes?
I was 10 minutes late.
Oh.
10 minutes.
I don't know how you did it. Don't ever
don't
tell
know
anyone
how
because
I
I'm
do
sure road rules are broken.
I swear to God, I
That's
did not
amazing.
speed. It's just what happens is when it's a yellow light, you speed up to the speed limit.
He says as he was driving on the footpath to avoid traffic.
Yeah. No, I
Um,
don't know how I did it. Like it was ridiculous.
I was just going to pat
But
you
they were still, but they're like, no, don't worry. Like Nathan had more time to set up lights and experiment. I was like, oh, cool. Okay, great.
Well, the only...
And that's when I
'cause
ringed.
it's just
That
so
was the shoot that I
unprofessional.
rung you. That was the shoot that I rang you to be my dad.
Right, yeah. Oh,
Which
yeah.
would've been
I
very
was
awkward.
so... more for me. I was so... The only... I just hate being late. And the only other time
Yeah,
I've made a mistake like that
yeah.
was when I was doing featured extra work on the Gold Coast as a teenager,
Mhm.
and it was for Flipper. And they'd said, because there's yacht clubs all over the place on the Gold Coast, as you can imagine,
Mm.
by the water there, and yacht club. I'm like, yeah, no worries, because we shot there before, and they just have the whiteboard with the F on it,
Mm.
so it's Flipper set, and easy peasy. So I get there and I'm like, it's a bit quiet. Board's not out. Unit base has moved. Okay, I can't see any white trucks at all, actually. Let me just
Yeah,
check.
that's the giveaway, isn't it?
Let me just check where. And it was another one that was, look, in Gold Coast terms where everything's 5 minutes away, it was a long way away. It's probably like 15 minutes. And I turned up sort of 5 to 10 minutes late, but because I was early in the wrong spot. That's the only other time, and I think that taught me to make sure you double, triple check. And if you don't know, ask your
call
agent
sheets.
the day before, because
No.
nothing worse than ringing your agent day off going, the door's locked.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
God.
So, anyway, but I mean, sometimes life happens, and things happen and just pull you out of your...
and shoots are stressful at times.
Indeed.
all
But
that stuff.
yeah, you do limit your chances in this business if you turn up late all the time.
That's very true.
I remember
That's why
I was
do
in
it all
my agent's office once for something else. I was waiting while Jess was on the phone, and she was really counselling this guy, like, where are you? Why are you still at home? You're supposed to be on set 20 minutes ago. Okay, well, how long will it take you? Okay, do you need a taxi? Like, no, but just really counselling. It must have been someone young or someone young and dumb. I don't know, one of the two. Because basically, and as soon as she hung up, the set, they'd called from set going, how much longer are we waiting? And they hadn't even left home. It was like 40 minutes to get there. It's like, and she had to explain. I this is why I can't be an agent, because like
No, but the agent,
You're relying so much on other people.
With it. Like, she wouldn't have kept him on. No, that's
it's
it.
not. Yeah.
See you later. Not
If
represented.
there's a neck
Bye.
and neck for a project to
Yeah.
put someone for, would they? No, probably. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's you got to be nice. You got to make
Yeah.
life easy. As I said so many times, the easier you make it for people to deal with you,
Mm-hmm.
the
better
easier you
it
make
is.
it to
There we
because you
go.
want to be a nice, likable guy on set. But if all they see is you turning up late and swearing, and then
Mm.
you're probably not going to be that.
There we go. Yeah,
There's my thought for the day.
sounds good.
Pretty powerful.
Sounds excellent.
So Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to church. No, Sunday, the first read through of Lipstick, the play.
Oh, yeah.
Super excited. Sunday, 10:30. I get to meet the cast. There's actually two directors co-directing. Interesting.
Yeah, I've had that before. It's not great.
Okay, we'll
Enjoy it.
And
It's
well,
it's
there's
good.
nothing
It's
worse-
good if they get along, but if they both have two different visions and then they assign themselves multiple different scenes, like you do this scene, I'll do this scene, and then it looks like a bunch mashed together.
I'm
Yeah,
confident as like a lead in a 2IC situation.
No,
The worst for me was an amateur production, so I don't do amateur theatre anymore. And there ended up being a director, a co-director, a deputy director, and like it was basically like 5 different people giving me direction that was all contradictory and nothing to do with what you were doing. It's like good experience. But then, as my acting coach said, yeah, sometimes good experience is the right experience, not the wrong experience, which is what you're going through at the moment. So I'm like, okay, yeah, food for thought. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm really stoked to meet the rest of the cast and, make it a bit more real, a bit more official. I spent some time with the script, the character development, all that sort of stuff. I'm really psyched to get into it. And being a comedy fast type thing, I'm really looking forward to getting off book as quick as I can so I can really play with the physicality of it.
Cool.
And
You sound like you're talking to like the director. Like, I'm really excited.
This is me.
No,
genuine,
I know.
And I'm like, because
He's really good at acting, guys.
Because, well, he thinks he is. Whether it is or not, we'll find out when it's on in May.
Yes.
14th to 17th of May.
Very cool.
In Sydney. Tickets available now.
Just in
So
Sydney.
yeah, at the moment, off Broadway, but
Off. Very, very off.
the Chippenham Street Theatre, in fact, in Sydney.
So off Broadway.
Yeah, just around the corner. But
All my theatre jobs have been off Broadway, guys.
I can't wait to play because there's so much you can do physically when it comes to that sort of comedy, and being the relatable, relaxed sort of guy who is kind of, more identifiable for those watching versus the high, fast comedy, over the top characters that I'm surrounded with. Don't yawn. I'm really putting effort into this.
Oh, sorry. It's just so... no, yes.
So being the sort of relaxed, relatable guy versus all the high energy, huge, farcical characters and caricatures of characters who I'm surrounded with makes it a lot more fun to play with for me.
Nice.
So I'm really looking forward to that. I can't wait for rehearsals to kick off.
Yeah, it
because
sounds
it's
great.
just just more walking around with the script in hand and doing what you love. But look, I'm still, when I read the script, I get a chuckle. It's like, when you've read a script a few more times and it's a comedy and you're still laughing, that gives you some hope that it's actually going to translate and be funny.
Yeah. Nice.
You don't have to use too much substitution.
Good stuff.
Thank you for listening to Two Unemployed Actors. I'm Max.
I'm Sam.
And you can listen to us next Thursday. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, follow us on social media, follow us on YouTube.
And just follow us.
Just follow us individually.
Yeah.
Follow us around the town. You know, pop in, say
follow us to the
g'day,
podcast.
buy
Come
some
join
coffee,
us.
have a
Why
chat.
not? Enjoy.
Yep.
Great time.
Bye.
Bye.
Two unemployed actors.